Okay, I'm just waiting on notification. Perfect. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this afternoon. We have an incredible guest with us, one who we are very humbled and honored to have with us. That is none other than a young brother out of Miami, Florida, who is doing a great work as an activist, always on the front line, representing young people, a student in the ministry, a college student, and a great drill instructor and trainer of the Junior FOI, Brother Yasin Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Well, alaikum salam. It's an honor to be on such a great podcast.
Praise be to Allah. That means a lot to us. Well, the first thing I want to know is, I was on your Instagram page and I see that you're a legacy. So your parents, your parents are in the nation. Who are your parents, sir?
My father is Richard, and my mother is Sister Anya, the 7th Regional Student Captain of the MDT.
Oh, praise be to Allah. I didn't know that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And what was it like growing up in Miami? What was that like?
It was hot, but it's always a blessing. One thing I enjoy about the mosque here is that it's very family oriented. So it's not as though you're just passing by believers that you would just say assalamu alaikum to, even though we're all family. It really feels like a close, tight bond here. So being in Miami, that's one thing I'm definitely grateful for.
Praise be to Allah. Okay, excellent. Yes, sir. And hold on, so many people are giving you the greetings. My sister says something like assalamu alaikum. Sister Mariah says assalamu alaikum. And that's right, Sister Mariah is finally on time today. And my sister Naima says assalamu alaikum. Yes, sir. And well, I know you through drill. Many of us know you through drill and what you are done, put together those championships in Miami. What was it like for you to be a drill instructor and to be a part of the drill team in Miami?
It was something I could never predict that it would be. I would never saw myself instructing young junior boys to drill. I always wanted to drill, but I saw more so myself as a part of the FOI team or drilling myself. Never would I have thought that I would instruct junior boys. But when I tell you that Allah is really with you when you are striving to do something and it is in line with his will, I never thought that we would accomplish what we would have, what Allah allowed us to. All praises due to Allah. I mean, seeing those young boys, some of them had not grown up in the nation. Some of them had never drilled before. But when they got on stage and they were together, you really just saw the God being brought out with them. It also taught me patience, of course, dealing with young boys. You got to have the patience because, they can get under your skin. They can give you a hard time. But, what is that when it comes to building our youth and the minds of our youth? So that was a small sacrifice, and everything about it was just great. It was humbling, and I'd do it all over again, honestly.
Praise be to Allah. Yes, sir. Excellent. My sister Naima saying all praise be to Allah. Thank you all for watching the People's Podcast. You told me that you're in college. What are you in college for?
Right now, I'm in college to get my environmental studies degree in agriculture. With that, I want to become a farmer, inshallah, and animal husbandry, owning land. And you can always go and learn that on hand. But when you go and get a degree in the sciences of it, you can really learn the science of the soil, the science of the crops. So as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us, we want to ever evolve. So we don't just want to know the basics of how to take care of an animal, because anyone can learn that. We don't want to learn just the basics of how to take care of crop, but we are scientists. Remember, we come to be a nation of God. So we want to learn the science of everything that we are doing and really master every aspect of it. So be it the will of Allah, inshallah, I hope to be a master of that land one day, a scientist in it. Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And what what advice would you give to young people who are coming up after you, um, to keep their faith? Because in Miami, I'm sure there are trials that come up in your life, but I always see you on the front line, still soldiering with the final call, still being at Savior's Day with all of the temptation of this world. What is about you that has kept your faith strong, and what advice would you give to other young people to keep their faith strong?
Well, I would ask, what trial have we been under that's been greater than any trial that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been under? What can we go through that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan hasn't went through? So there's going to be trials, a lot, but Allah is sending those trials. See, the trial doesn't just come from anywhere. He wants to test that faith. Our faith is going to rattle a little, but we have to always remember to turn back to him. So whatever trial we go through, we shouldn't let it knock us off our faith in Islam. Because remember, when we write that Savior's letter, we write to our Savior, Master W.D. Farad Muhammad, God in person. We don't write to our homeboy, our homegirl, our student minister, our student captain, a mosque, our parents. It is Allah, God in person, that we write that letter to. So if that's who we're giving our faith to, if that's who we're bear witnessing that we believe in Islam to, then no one else has the authority to knock us off of our Islam or take that faith away.
Excellent. Praise be to Allah. Yes, sir. And what do you do for fun, sir?
Well, I very much enjoy hooping. Has been not so much the pandemic, they've been tearing rims down. I'll play video games here and there, 2K, PS4 games, things like, stuff to unwind the mind, don't got to be corny stiff all the time in the nation.
Excellent. Yes, sir. And what do you, once you graduate from college, what do you plan on bringing back to your family, yourself, and to the nation, outside of agriculture? What do you plan on bringing back?
Well, with the knowledge that inshallah I'll be able to attain, I always want to pass it on to a next generation. Being a part of the drill team showed me how much, I enjoy working with young people. And even this year, inshallah, I've been blessed to be a teacher. So I love working with the young people. It's something that I found inspiring too. So with the knowledge, I don't want to be selfish and keep it. I really want to pass it on, even open up a school, possibly on agriculture for young people. So people can come in and they can learn from a young age about the land, because that's what we need to really have our own nation, a land, and not just land, but we have to know how to take care of it. So inshallah, yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent, sir. This is very inspiring, and I want to thank everyone who is watching our brother Yasin. How long, how did you get into the ministry? And will we ever, do you have like a way that we can view your lectures on YouTube or something like that? Because you do a great job.
Yes, sir. So it started, I would say, about 2015. We were having Youth Sunday, and there were going to be different youth roles that were given in our mosque. Like you could shadow the captain, you could shadow what would be like secretary, lieutenant. So I said I wanted to be a minister, because this really goes back to when I was about 6 or 5 years old. I would sit and watch lectures of the minister by myself, and then I would build my little Lego blocks rostrum. I would draw my own star and crescent, tape it to the front, and I have my parents come in and they'd have to listen to me. And, I'd scold them if they didn't give in charity. I'd scold them if they didn't bring any guests while I was teaching. So this started way back, a love for being a minister, because as many look up to idols and want to see an idol, I literally looked to the minister and wanted to be like him, just like him, teaching on the rostrum, everything he did. So that love never left, really. So when I got the chance to speak, I said, well, can I speak on the Sunday? And our student regional minister, Brother Patrick, thank Allah for him. he allowed me to, and he's been guiding me. And ever since then, I've been slowly striving to grow in the ministry. And he's made me assist him now in the mosque, open up for him, carry lectures a few times. And it's all been a great experience. I thank Allah for. As far as lectures on YouTube, I don't think there's any right now. I could definitely work on that. You know, it's always kind of hard listening to yourself when you're speaking, but you know, I'll definitely work on that in the future, inshallah, if I'm allowed to speak again.
Praise be to Allah. Beautiful, sir. And I want to commend you on behalf of myself, my family, and the viewing audience of the People's Podcast for your great spirit, your energy, and your family. We want to thank you for your sacrifice and the sacrifice of your family, just for standing strong, bro, in the nation and being a great representative of the teachings and of your family. My next question is, what is your favorite album of all time?
Favorite album?
Yes, sir. Since you listen to music.
Man, that's a lot. J. Cole is someone I listen to frequently.
Okay.
Kendrick's Damn was a pretty good one.
Okay.
Jay-Z's The Blueprint.
Okay.
You know, those are a few. To put it just into one of all time, it's hard because I got The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Which I like. Lauryn Hill doesn't get the appreciation she deserves, but yeah. If I could, my classic, like one I could listen to about almost every song, I get it from my mother, would be The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Okay, that's a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I see everyone who was watching and continue to like, share, and subscribe. I have two more questions for you,
yes.
Brother Yasin. But before we continue, I just want to give a quick 60-second commercial break to all of the sponsors of the People's Podcast who are excited for this month. This month we have a lot of great guests ending out the month. A lot of youth and a lot of experienced believers as well. Coming up tomorrow, I have some great guests. I don't want to go too deep into it, but we have some great guests coming up as well. If you would like to be a sponsor or donor, please cash at the People's Podcast. Thank you very much for all of your sponsorship. Hold on one second, Brother Yasin. And if you have any comments or questions for Brother Yasin, please let us know. Brother Yasin, what is your social media handle? If there are any people that would like to reach out to you and follow you on social media?
Well, I'm on Facebook, Muhammad. My Instagram is Yasin13_FOI. Yeah, those are all my social media platforms.
Excellent. Okay, great.
Yes.
He has a 4K camera, a drone. They do television and film editing. My sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me, children's book and coloring book, both of which are available on Amazon. Make sure you go out and get those. My sister Naima, Stay On Point Dance Academy, LLC. She teaches ballet virtually to young children all across the country. We love our tiny dancers. Nations Auto Sale, LLC, out of St. Louis, Missouri. He does a good job of shipping cars and trucks all across the country. Engineers of Tomorrow, LLC, a STEM preschool out of Dallas, Texas, teaching young gods, kings, and queens at a preschool age. MTS Car Bros, any make, any model, any year, out of Los Angeles area, 30 to 50% off. Excellent job. Brother Kenneth, bow tie maker extraordinaire. He does a great job making bow ties. Our brother Enoch Hip Hop Detox is a public wealth vehicle, a health vehicle that empowers and holistically assists youth and young adults in critically thinking, listening, and a healthy lifestyle at an early age. Thank you very much. Sister Latasha out of Indianapolis, Queen is I Poetry and Apparel. Sister Latasha out of Indianapolis, Queen is I Poetry and Apparel. We're coming right back to you, Brother Yasin. Our sister Kanika Yakub, she has a CBD mom company, CBD infused healthcare line. She does a great job. Make sure you reach out if you need any of that to all of the mothers out there. My Letter A Book by Sister Landra El Muhammad. My Letter A Book by Sister Landra El Muhammad. Dr. Henry M. Carter, King Henry's Turkey Legs, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Brother Rashad Muhammad, COVID-19 Disinfecting Cleaning Services in Chicago, Illinois. My father's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, AbdulSharif.com. Last but not least, my two books, a children's book, Cleopatra, and No Father, No Excuse, both of which are on Amazon. I want to thank you all for your sponsorships, continued donorship. It is because of you that we're still right here, still rolling. Okay, Brother Yasin.
Yes, sir.
What is your favorite Savior's Day memory, sir?
Probably the drill one, the first year. That, yeah. I can't.
Why is that?
Just everything it meant. Personal trials that year, a new experience. Just when we were announced, and when I say we had no expectations at all, like we didn't come in there thinking our first year drilling, oh, we about to take this. No, we had no expectations this year. We were just grateful to be there. So just that whole experience, like it's gonna live with me forever.
Excellent. Praise be to Allah. And Brother Yasin, my last question is, what made you choose to follow the Most Honorable Louis Farrakhan's guidance as he follows the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad? Like, what was it about him that made you choose to follow him as an adult?
Well, I think of the words about purpose and finding your purpose. And he said, when you're not living to fulfill your purpose, then you aren't justifying your reason to be here, your existence. So when I was not so much that involved or interested in the nation, not like I disliked them or anything, I never had that thought, but just wasn't that involved, if you would say. I felt this emptiness. I felt like something was missing. Then when I became more involved in the nation and in the works, that hole started to be filled. I started to feel like I was fulfilling a purpose or I belonged here. And I always feel that was Allah telling me this is where I needed to be, this is where I belong. And of course, I have to thank my mother, who always was an example of a Muslim for me. She never left the house if her hair wasn't covered. She was always teaching me about closing the gap, about words of the minister. She was just a great example that really helped establish that foundation within me of being a Muslim.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent. Well, I want to thank your mother for rearing you to be such a young example. And I want to thank everybody who was watching. My goodness, everybody keeps saying my camera's frozen right now. God dang it. Okay. Well, I want to thank you, Brother Yasin. Yes. And can't wait to put this on YouTube so people can like, share, and subscribe and get to meet and have an introduction to Brother Yasin Muhammad out of Miami, Florida. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam.
I don't know why it's frozen right now. Thank you, Brother Yasin.